Good evening, and welcome to the 13th episode. This is Stonedhenge Show, with your co-anchors, Todd Turner and Brandon Welch.
Let's go over to Todd here. He's got the weather for us. Todd?
We got a little bit of a cold front coming through the area today. Should be in the area about 3 o'clock p.m. Now that we know what the weather's doing, let's send it on back over to Brandon. Brandon?
Yeah, Todd, I'm up here. Traffic looks like it's going to be backed up. Biltmore Avenue, if you guys are going to be there, there's a huge fucking wreck. There's smoke and bodies everywhere. That's it for traffic right now. We're going to head on back to Todd for sports. Todd?
Tonight, the Bulls take on the Bobcats in a best-of-3 series to the death. And that's what's going on with sports. So we're going to send it on back over to Brandon. Brandon!
Hey, we're over here at the Pug Championship this year, 2013 Pug Championship, Marigold Circle. And we've actually got a couple pugs on water skis being pulled by a miniature boat, a miniature motorboat. It's really great over here. We're just going to show the footage of that. And as you can see, Muff Hair is a little terrified, but she's doing a great job. We're going to send it back over to Todd. Todd?
All right, I am here right now. I am at the local Bojangles where authorities have said that a gunman walked in, showed his genitalia, grabbed all the biscuits, and then ran next door. No one could find him again. That's what's going on in robberies. Send it back to Brandon. Brandon!
I laugh every time you send it over. This is so weird.
Oh, man, that was cool.
Stonedhenge, baby.
Ooh, hey baby. Welcome to episode 13 of the Stonedhenge Show podcast.
Come on. It's Black History Month, y'all. On episode 13 of the Stonedhenge Show. February 14th, Valentine's Day is just around the corner.
That's right.
Can you dig it?
Get out there and buy those chocolates and buy those panties and buy them flowers too.
Make sure you buy panties that got holes in the crotch, though. I know it's weird going and buying them for your lady, but you got to do it every now and then. I like to get them with the straps that hold the stockings myself, and then I wear them around the house.
That's
and
right.
I let my balls and my wang just hang out of the hole for the vagina. It's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful thing.
Oh my God.
It's called hanging brain.
Oh, that's right. It's that sexy holiday. What you need to do is take your girl or your man into Spencer's and buy some sexy ass shit.
Look, it is time to take your man or woman to Spencer's Gifts and buy the underwear that looks like an elephant with a hole cut out for the dick. Fair and proud.
And get ready for some sexual love.
Of a sensual, sexual nature. Only on the most sensual and sexual podcast out there.
After you're done making love to your partner on Valentine's Day, I want you to take your ass up to Cinnabon. And I want you to get some sweet motherfucking cinnamon rolls.
And I want you to rub those cinnamon rolls on your nipples till they're warm and gooey with cinnamon and sweetness.
And then I want you to stand there and look into the mirror and tell me a Christmas carol
But I
from
want you to
another
be
country.
listening to Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror in the background while you're singing this Christmas carol. I know it will be complicated trying to sing a different melody over that song because you know it so well.
I want you to dip your balls into a Domino's heat wave bag.
Ooh, that sounds like a sexy holiday.
Tonight, we're gonna recap the events of Super Bowl 47.
Yes, who won, who lost, and what the heck happened? Then we're going to talk about the movie Looper, because now we've both seen it and we're ready to talk about it.
Swoop down and pick up your looper. We're getting on the groove, baby. What's it to ya?
Look at my sweater, it's flashing, mashing. I'm in this motherfucker swinging like Bo Jackson. We're also going to talk a little bit about social media, including Facebook.
That's right. So go ahead and sit down and get comfortable, baby, because we bringing it to you live. And don't forget to visit us at facebook.com/Stonedhenge Show.
Yeah, drop us a line, leave us a sexy message. It's February, baby. Everybody's in.
Everybody's sexy.
Everybody's in and everybody's sexy in February. It is Valentine's Day and Black History Month.
That's a double-edged sword of passion, baby.
Stonedhenge, baby.
So, Brandon, I have to tell you, that was an interesting Super Bowl that came on last night.
Do tell, because we didn't watch it. We actually did what we called Supernatural Sunday.
Ooh.
And we watched the show Supernatural all fucking day long. We marathoned it. Please, so do tell me, please. I'm very interested. I've got a little bit of commentary on the Super Bowl itself, but I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, so the game was pretty cool because, like I discussed earlier, the two brothers were coaching against each other. So that was pretty unique, I guess, vibe to the game. And it started out, Baltimore was just beating San Francisco's ass. They were up after halftime, which I guess we'll go back and touch on halftime in a second. But after halftime, they were up 28-6. And then in the third quarter, there's this blackout to where half of the stadium completely loses its power. And of course, everybody was talking about this last night. So I know you've heard about that, even though you didn't see the game.
Now that you bring that up, I want to get this little story out of the way. So we're watching Supernatural. We're sitting in the living room, and Melissa's like, you know the scene in X-Men where Professor X goes into that room and he can like see every mutant? And I was like, yeah, the Cerebro. And she was like, that's how I feel right now, except I just got a text message that all the fucking power went out during the Super Bowl in New Orleans. And I now feel everybody talking shit about New Orleans. So
Wow.
she's like, I can sense everybody that's talking shit about New Orleans right now. And then she was so upset because, she's from there and she reps that place like she's a goddamn rapper, man. You know?
Yeah, I don't think anyone had a problem with New Orleans, man.
She was just like, God damn it, man. Everything, keeps fucking up.
No, there wasn't anything that angered me about the situation. It was just weird. And then it was over with and they started playing again. But it was like 30 minutes, I think. But from what I gather, I didn't come across anyone who was disgruntled with the city of New Orleans.
It's funny because seconds after she said that, I got on my phone and started like looking for it, and people were already making memes about it, about the power going out and shit.
Oh yeah, dude, Reddit blew up last night with memes about the blackout. I think my favorite one was one of Bane. It was just like it just.
Oh, I saw that one. I saw that one.
Yeah, that one was pretty good, but it was a really bizarre thing to happen in the middle of watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you got to imagine that it has to affect morale in some way. I mean, no matter what, somehow it affects it.
It totally flipped that game, honestly, man. Baltimore
was it a good game?
It sucked until that point. And then when the power went out, there was a 30 to 35 minute delay in the game. And then right after that, San Francisco just started fucking going off. And so they come back, and ultimately what it came down to was San Francisco had the ball very close to scoring, and they were down by 3 points. No. They were down by 4 points, I believe. No? Yeah,
I believe now.
Whatever. They had to score a touchdown to win this game, put it that way. A field goal wasn't an option. And they went for it on 4th down and didn't get it, so that's how the Ravens won in like a nail-biting defensive stand, I guess. But it was pretty rad at that point. It was a good finish. Yeah, but the blackout ultimately triggered that comeback. It just totally flipped momentum because everyone went from one state of mind to just sitting there for 30 minutes and stretching and trotting around to, okay, guys, let's go.
They went to a New York state of mind.
In New York, I'm picturing the dreams I'm made of. Hey, Alicia Keys sang the fucking national anthem though, man, and she played it on piano too. They put a piano out in the middle of the field. It was a white piano, and Alicia Keys played the national anthem, and it was fucking awesome.
I bet it was cool. She's really good.
Yeah, she was.
I think she's fucking badass.
And I love Alicia Keys. You know how we did our list the other day about people that we wish would go away? She'd be on my list of people that should be around all the time. Yeah,
she'd be on my list of people that, like, if I could hook up with before I die, that I would.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's the list she'd be on.
She's on my list to marry.
She's the bomb.com. All right, look. Well, I'm glad that the Super Bowl was good, at least for the second half. Were the commercials funny?
There were some pretty good commercials, except overall I thought it was pretty weak. I didn't really think any of them were the iconic status. Like, that's an absolute brilliant idea.
I'll tell you, not a damn one of them was the Budweiser frogs. When you gonna do something like that again?
Yeah.
When you gonna do something like Budweiser frogs? It's gonna be.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I stopped watching the fucking Super Bowl because they stopped doing the damn Budweiser frogs.
The day they took the frogs from the game is the day that game lost its soul.
Yeah, you take the frogs out of football, you're making a big mistake, motherfucker.
You can't spell football without frog.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care who you are. Can't spell that shit without frog.
You do anything you want to, but you ain't ever gonna spell football without the word frog.
Listen there, stupid. You can't spell football without frog, you dumbass. Y'all better get your shit together.
I'm bummed. We found one channel on our antenna that was showing the Super Bowl, but it was an SD, and in the living room, man, on that big ass TV, it looks really fucking horrible and weird, and everybody's all stretched out.
We went over and watched the game with my landlord and his wife, and he has a man cave with a giant projection TV down there.
Ah, that's cool.
So it was pretty rad, and he made a shitload of food.
Did he make wings?
He made wings. He made 2 different types of wings.
Stonedhenge, baby.
So, Brandon.
Yes, sir.
I had the idea the other day about introducing a possible new segment to the show that we've done several times, and I've done it with so many of my friends, like when we're hanging out late night, and it's always so funny. But it's a little game that we like to call Story Time. And
Story Time.
Whenever you play Story Time, you can play Story Time with 2 people, you can play it with 30 people, however you like. You just kind of arrange yourself around in a circle, I guess. And you say one word, and then whoever you're playing with says the next word. And you keep going until you finish a thought that makes you laugh your fucking ass off. And then you kind of repeat that phrase and move on to the next one. And it sounds simple, but it's funny as shit.
Well, let's get to it, motherfucker. Let's ride. I'm sorry. I don't know what I got over here.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
You say something, and then I say something, and then you say something.
Right. And we make a thought, and whenever the thought is finished, you can usually tell because you crack the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'll start this one. Terry
Carried
my
satchel
all
the
way
home. I shouldn't have ended it, obviously.
No, I mean, it was great.
Terry carried my satchel all the way home.
Oh,
he's a great dude.
This is so much fun. You can start this one if you'd like.
Okay. Secretly,
I
wonder
about
humans
and
animals.
Because
what
if
they
all
made it?
Again.
Wait, did you say again?
Yeah.
Giving
Thanks.
and
Prosperity.
upon
A
glorious
spectrum. Giving thanks and prosperity upon a glorious spectrum.
What if the humans and the lately I've been wondering, what if the humans and animals made it again? Giving thanks upon a glorious
spectrum.
It's fucked up.
It's so good. All right, we'll do one more, but then I just figured this would be something we could just pepper into episodes.
I love it.
Typically,
sand
will
itch
if
wedged
between
my
thighs.
Now, typically, sand will itch when wedged between my thighs.
This is something I've thought you always needed to know.
Yeah. Surely everybody gets that.
Typically, sand will itch when wedged in between my thighs.
Dude, I love this. I can't wait to do that. We should do this with everybody we ever have on the show.
Oh, yeah. Anytime we have a guest, we need to play story time with them.
Story time fucking rules. Hey, also, one topic I'd like to address on the show is where's everybody at on the fucking Facebook page right now?
Yeah, man.
Where's everybody at? We've been
guys?
encouraging you guys to like email us or, hit us up on the Facebook page and, give us things to talk about, things you'd like to hear us talk about. And there's not getting much love, Ebba has posted some shit and our buddy Jeff has been posting all the past episodes on YouTube, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, Jeff's been doing his work.
Where's everybody else at, man?
Yeah, you guys got to give us something to talk about, and we would happily do so.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The two of us can talk to each other any point in time, any day for hours on end. But, I mean, we're talking to you guys.
Yeah, bring it on.
Bring your shit.
Bring your shit.
Bring it.
Bring it and sling it.
Stonedhenge!
You have an obsession with cheese balls.
It's bad as hell for me, too, but as soon as those giant fucking tubs of them goes on sale, it was like $4. I'm like, dude, $4?
Yeah. No, dude, I'm the same way. I'll fall in that trap any day.
But I carry them around under my arm like it's my fucking precious. Like it's my precious. It's like fucking
have to cheeseburgers.
You can't have the pastries. We hate them.
No, we love Cheetos. We love them.
We hate them. That's kind of accurate to what you feel like when you eat cheese balls.
Yeah. I'm sitting here like licking my fingers just like, I hate myself.
Yeah, but they're so delicious. It's such a contradictory experience. Like, man, fuck, man. Why am I doing this? Because they're fucking delicious.
I hate myself.
Why do I do this? Because they taste so fucking good.
Cheetos for life, man. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, throw your Cheetos up out there. I see y'all out there on the west side on this motherfucker. Throw your Cheetos in the sky.
Hey, everybody in the audience, if you just wash your hands and it's still orange under your fingernails, throw your hands up. Throw them up. I'm proud.
Let me see all the orange fingers up in this motherfucker. Let me see you put them up in the air. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. When your dick's got orange powder on over it because you was eating Cheetos and beating off at your laptop, put your hand in there.
Put your dicks in the air too, motherfucker. Do it right.
Put your Cheeto dicks up. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Pull your Cheeto dicks out if you feel alive in this motherfucker.
Pull your Cheeto dicks out.
Oh my God, dude. It's so funny.
Every one of these scenarios needs to be made into a YouTube video. This show is just us documenting YouTube videos we're going to make later.
Like DMX making a song out of it. All my live motherfuckers, pull your cheek dicks out.
Everybody in this motherfucker who got Cheeto dick.
Get your Cheeto dick.
Hey, JT has a fucking flawless DMX impression.
Oh yeah, his DMX is on point.
Shout out to JT.
J Timber. J Timber.
J Timber, put your Cheeto dick out. Wave it around.
You got a black looking Cheeto dick.
Hey, why don't you unsnap your bra and let me see those movies? Huh?
So, man, ironically, this past week, you and I, if I'm correct on this, watched the same movie, but without kind of telling each other.
Pretty much. I think we watched it last week.
Yeah, so within a week or two, but we never spoke about it really.
And it's weird because we both watched it pretty much on the account of a podcast that we listened to.
Yeah, Brandon and I are big fans of the Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier podcast called Smodcast. Yeah, and the most recent episode of that podcast, which we, I guess, listen to religiously, they had an interview with Rian Johnson, the director of Looper, on the podcast, and they were discussing it at length, and I guess prompted Brandon and I to watch the movie within the same amount of time, I guess, same time period, unbeknownst to each other, I guess.
Yeah, so first of all, if you haven't seen Looper, then you probably don't want to hear what we're going to talk about here, so go ahead and stop now. Okay.
If you have not seen Looper, go ahead and turn it off.
Yeah, those of you who are still here, it's a movie about time travel. Basically, it's a fucking badass time travel movie. It's starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis. Other notable or noteworthy cast members are that guy that I fucking cannot stand, who was the first guy to get caught in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that actor, I can't fucking stand that dude.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about. Jeff Daniels was in the movie.
That's right. Jeff Daniels was in it.
He was like head of the bad guys.
He was a bad guy.
Yeah, but he did a great job.
He did do it.
He was totally fucking believable as this time traveling crime lord.
Yeah, nah, not a big deal. I know if you've seen Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
You might know a little bit of my work, but I'm actually a time traveling crime boss.
Crime boss.
The time traveling crime boss. So All right, let me ask you a question, man. What did you think about the special effects for the faces in the movie?
I thought it was incredible, man, to be honest. Like, it didn't bug me at all because it looked so believable. You know, it took me a second to get past it, I guess, because I kept trying to find Joseph Gordon-Levitt in that presentation, I guess. But I think he did such a good job and the makeup artist did such a good job that he truly looked like a younger version of Bruce Willis.
That is exactly right, man. I was trying to find that kid. You know, I was trying to find Joseph Gordon-Levitt in that face so hard that at first I was just like, what the fuck? What is up here? This is weird.
Yeah.
Because he looks like exactly half of Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
And half of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
And I want to also say that
JGL from now on.
Oh yeah. I want to say that he is rapidly becoming one of my favorite actors to watch right now.
He's great, man.
Like, he has been on fire lately.
I can't wait for you to watch Brick.
Yeah, I'm really excited about watching that. That's Rian Johnson, the director of Looper. That's his other film, the one that was essentially his breakout film. But I haven't seen it, but it's one of Brandon's favorites.
Especially because JGL is considerably younger, and he does such a good job. Another one of his movies, God damn, I cannot remember, dude. If you got Google, you can look at
the Brothers Bloom.
Brothers Bloom, that's it. I wanted to say Brothers Gloom for some reason, which is definitely the name of our next record.
The Brothers Gloom.
The Brothers Gloom. That's gonna be our goth band's album.
The Brothers Gloom.
It's our goth band's name. Our goth industrial band. We are the Brothers Gloom.
but we look more gay than we do intimidating, scary, or dark.
Dude,
you know?
no, it is not intimidating in the slightest. It is just like Chris Kattan's character from those SNL sketches back in the day.
Mango?
No.
He was
From Goth
Todd.
Talk.
His name was Todd.
No, his brother was Todd. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
From Goth Talk.
Yeah, and the Prince of Sorrow.
I'm Asriel, Prince of Sorrow.
I love that skit, man.
Me too. We would be like, we are the Brothers Gloom.
I want to do that.
That's what the song would sound like.
What I really liked about the movie, though, man, to be honest, was, and you know how I am when I watch movies, man. I try to pick them apart for whatever reason. It's not because I'm that critical. It's just the way I observe movies. I don't know what it is. But I couldn't find a flaw in this movie whatsoever. I mean, personally, I'm not a critic in that sense, but there was nothing that bugged me throughout the entire story. There was nothing where I was like, oh, great, here we go with this shit.
Yeah, me either, man. I thought it was a fucking kick-ass movie, man. I think everybody should go see it.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing.
It was really good, man, and it was really fucked up and like crazy. And there were all these twists.
And it's like thought-provoking.
Yeah, dude, very, very much so.
It's just a flawless plot, and the writing was flawless. They didn't leave any kind of loopholes. Just very, very thoughtful production.
And it's not a movie where any like love relationships feel like a burden on the film at all. Like they're very much like very important to the film, and that they don't feel forced or like lame.
Right, and the intimate scenes weren't overdone either, which I get annoyed with movies like that.
Oh, me too, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if I want to see people fuck, I'll watch porno. I don't need to see like people get naked and roll around in the sheets.
If I want to see people roll around in bed and act like they're fucking, I'll just watch people fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. The internet. You know? The internet.
Yeah. Especially when you have love scenes in movies where it's just two people that are incredibly gross together.
That bothers me a little more, I think, with like way older actors with like super younger actresses.
Yeah, it's always an old dude making out with a young chick.
Yeah, always for some reason. And I think that has something to do with the Illuminati's hand in major motion pictures. I'm not going to go off on that, but I do think it's like a weird like sexual thing that some of those dudes have.
I could see that. I think it'd be funny to see Harrison Ford and like Taylor Swift.
He'd be like, I'd like to think about me and Taylor Swift
Yeah, in a movie.
in a fuck movie.
Fuck movie. Tay Tay, get in here, girl.
I like to think about me and sweet Tay Tay in a fuck movie together. I imagine it's Christmas themed.
In a fuck movie.
We're in a fuck movie, right? And it's like Christmas themed, and she's dressed like Santa's little helper. And I'm all fat, and I'm dressed like Santa.
Oh my God, dude.
I'm sorry.
No, I can picture everything you were saying.
I got a little too into my secret passions.
No, it's awesome.
See, when I'm thinking about Tay Tay, it's like Christmas. Just about to open presents, right? And she's like, I got one more present for you to open.
And it's
I'm like, yeah, what is that? And she's like, my pussy. I'm like, yeah.
Oh my God.
She's like, I'm going to write songs about this for days.
My pussy.
Got a present for you to unwrap. And I'm like, ho, 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 what is that? And she's all like, my pussy. And I'm all like, ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
You've been naughty. You've been a naughty girl this year, haven't you?
Oh my God, that is funny as hell.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody out there, I really didn't intend to go there, and I did, so I apologize. Mostly I apologize to Mel if she hears this.
Yeah. Sorry,
Otherwise,
Mel.
look, Tay, for real, I'm on Twitter looking at you to holler at me.
Come on, Tay.
I got you on Twitter.
But back to our original
so
topic.
sorry.
No,
We're
it's all good, man. That's how we do things. But Looper and a nut hole, without going into artistic film critic corner.
Well, look, guys, Looper in a nut hole is like pooper in a butthole.
Oh man. Looper in a
Oh shit.
Looper in a nut hole is like pooper in a butthole.
Dude, that was a therapeutic laugh, man.
Oh man, I feel like I just wore one of those ab belts.
God, me too. Goddamn, I hope everybody listening to this is feeling that one. Shit. Oh. All right, anyways, so Looper in a nutshell. Go for it, man. Explain
All
this.
right. So I guess to wrap it up, Looper in a nutshell was a fantastic movie. It was flawless in my opinion, front to back. Thank you, Kevin Smith, for calling me a fucking idiot because I hadn't seen it yet, because that was what I needed to light the fire so that I went home and actually watched it.
Yeah, dude, and now you're going to watch Brick too, man.
Now I'm going to watch Brick.
I can't wait to talk to you about that.
Yeah, because Ryan Johnson, the director who was on the podcast, I mean, if you guys get a chance, definitely look up Smodcast and check out that episode called Skip to My Looper.
Don't listen to them more than us. But
definitely listen to us and then go listen to Kevin Smith. But definitely check that episode out if you're into the movie Looper, at least, because it was really, really interesting stuff that they talked about with him.
Yeah, fucking go watch it. Go watch all his movies, man. And it was a really interesting talk. Listen to everything Kevin Smith does. Batman on Batman's the jam. Hollywood Babylon's fucking great.
Yeah, he something that's awesome about Kevin Smith, man, that we didn't actually talk about on the show. Obviously, Brandon and I both love Kevin Smith's work on podcasts, and Brandon is huge into No Agenda, which I listen to as well, but I'm not, nearly as up to speed as Brandon is on it. But, those are some of our favorites that we like to listen to. But Kevin Smith ultimately really inspired us to get this thing going. And so I tweeted him the other day on Twitter, just sent him a tweet that said, just wanted you to know how much you inspired me and my best friend to make a podcast. And I don't know why I wrote that. I just figured, fuck it, why not? And then I get out of class, man, and I get my phone out, and it shows that Kevin Smith favorited my tweet so he could have it forever.
Oh, that is so awesome.
And I was so excited.
Why Kevin Smith is the Stonedhenge celebrity stoner of the week.
Yeah, Kevin Smith, here's to you, my friend.
Yeah, you fucking rule, Kevin Smith. You kick ass, dude.
You are, and I love learning from you.
Yeah, me too. Thank you for your fucking movies, and thank you for your podcasts. And now that you smoke weed, I feel like we can share anything and everything. Yeah,
someday we're going to hang out with you, and it's going to be an awesome day.
It is, man. We'll be friends.
It's going to be an awesome day for you, too, because we're not going to be like little celebrity boy bitches. We're just going to kick it with you.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be like, look, I'm wearing the sweater, flashing, mashing, swinging like Bo Jackson.
We're going to rap to you. Yeah. And then you're going to be so impressed with us that you're going to make a movie with us as the lead actors.
Yeah, except then you'll realize that it's damn near impossible to get us to tape us in the same room. So you have to do all the scenes with us in separate rooms.
Yeah.
so we don't laugh at each other.
And then we're going to give Tim and Eric a run for their money.
Yeah. And then we're going to hang out with them too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that's going to bring us together with them. And then we're going to be good friends with them too.
Yeah. It'll be awesome. We totally can't act in the same room together. P.S.
Oh, yeah, dude. We're professionals, man.
Anyways, it's not about us, Kevin Smith. It's about you. Celebrity Stoner of the Week here on Stonedhenge. Saving the last dance for heaven. That's my jingle. I don't know where that came from.
Saving the last dance for heaven.
Because I'm saving the last dance for heaven.
It sounds like the catch line at the end of a black sitcom theme song.
Yeah, it's a sitcom about like a dead guy.
It's like Hanging with Mr. Cooper, but Mr. Cooper's a zombie.
He's a ghost.
He's a ghost.
And now he's saving the last dance for heaven.
Dude, we are full of all kinds of good ones tonight, man.
Cause he's stuck here on earth, he don't know where to turn. He's saving the last dance for heaven.
And it's actually the same cast from Hanging with Mr. Cooper, because Mark Curry and none of them had any kind of success after that show.
Isn't Mr. Cooper dead, dude?
No, dude, he's still alive. Mark Curry?
Dead.
He's not dead. He can't be dead.
Dude, he's saving the last dance for heaven.
And if he is dead, that means he's perfect for this show concept.
Then he'll definitely be in the show.
Oh, man.
He's stuck here on earth. He don't know where to turn. He's saving the last dance for heaven.
He don't know where to turn. He's saving the last dance for heaven. Apparently, Scott Stapp's going to sing the theme song.
Because he's saving the last dance for heaven.
Heaven.
Sounds weird, but it might be cool. Check it out.
Paula Abdul. Someone come here. Is this really Paula Abdul?
Please, bring Paula Abdul over here. I am not distant. I am simply grabbing sheet.
Please, let me grab my sheet and I will be finished.
I will go over here and I will grab my sheet.
First, I must grab my sheet.
Please wait 1 second. I will grab my sheet. God.
If you give me 2 minutes, I will grab all of my sheet.
Dear, I do not mean to cause you any trouble. Give me 3 seconds and I will grab my sheet.
I meant to cause no one harms.
Arms.
I meant no one harms. I simply wanted my sheet.
All I ask is you let me, a humble man, grab my sheet.
I am humble man with shit I must grab. Please believe me.
I need to pick up my sheet, please, sir.
Please believe me. If I did not need to grab my sheet, I will not be here.
Police believe me.
All the police believe me.
Why would the police not believe me? I just need to grab my sheet.
Listen, the police are here. They believe me. I just need to grab my sheet.
The police believe me. I need to grab my sheet.
It's a simple request for things for shit that is mine. I must grab it.
So there you have it, man. Rob up in Sweden, man. That is us being two Russian characters and acting like fucking idiots.
Did he want to hear us act like Russian idiots?
No, I just made that up.
I was like, well, that's cool, because I was definitely Indian.
And I was Arabic.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Rob.
So, hey, Rob, where are you? Oh, you're in Munich, Germany? All right, check this out. Rob.
Rob.
Check this out. Rob. You want to hear us talk like two Russian dudes that are idiots? Check this out. Bring me Paul Abdul.
That's like a Russian Sebastian.
Yeah. I was going for a poo. I was trying to sound like a poo, actually.
It sounded kind of like poo.
I wanted it to sound like poo.
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's here? Who wants to party in this room over here? Oh, my God. That's a mic check, but it would sound funny.
I figured that's what you're doing.
It would sound funny as shit at the beginning of the show.
Oh, my God.
Who's here? Oh, who's that daddy? Oh, who's here? That's so weird.
Who's that daddy? That's weird. That's really weird.
Oh, who's that daddy? Who is going to be in your room later? Oh, who's here? Check
Who's
1,
that
2.
daddy and my caddy.
Oh man, that's so fucking funny, man.
Look, man. It's so funny, man.
Sick.
Hey, another note. We are open contractors to be hired as a songwriting team for jingles.
Yeah.
Turner Welch jingle.
Yeah, if you guys have a local business or you know a business, we will totally write you a badass jingle.
Yeah. Hey, as a matter of fact, I don't know if I ever sang this for you, but there's a church around here in Nashville called The Rock Church. Okay. And so to my mind, I don't think like, oh, it's like The Rock, you know, like, yeah, you know, like the symbolism. To me, it's like, wait, this is a church where like fucking people like jam.
Yeah, dude. They jam out hard.
So I used to work with a kid that goes to this church, and apparently that's not the case. It's not like a metal church. But I was like, hey, man, I wrote a jingle for your church, and if you guys ever want to advertise on TV, I'll totally fucking do it for free. And he was like, yeah. He was like, you going to make fun of it? I was like, no, man, I'm not making fun of it at all. I think it would be perfect. And he was like, okay, what is it? And I was like, okay. If you're looking for truth, we've got it for you at the Rock Church.
If you're looking for truth.
If you're looking for truth, we've got it for you at the Rock Church. Wouldn't that be badass, man?
That would rule, man. That'd be the rowdiest sounding church commercial I've ever heard, without doubt.
But if I saw that, I'd be like, dude, that church sounds kind of cool, man.
Yeah, I want to go party at that church. I did a jingle a couple years ago for the Greensboro Grasshoppers, and they still haven't taken it, even though it is awesome.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. You're going to insert it now.
Let's go, Hoppers! Greensboro Grasshoppers! Let's go, Hoppers! Greensboro Grasshoppers! Baseball! Come to Newman State Park for some family fun and see the Grasshoppers hit all right! That's right, it's that time of year. center field wall afterwards.
Todd, that is one of the most amazing things that I've ever heard in my life, actually.
We tried to give that to them. And for those of you out there listening who don't know, the Greensboro Grasshoppers are a single A farm league baseball team that are here in Greensboro, North Carolina, where I live. And me and some of the guys in the band House of Fools one day decided that we wanted to make a jingle for them just for the fuck of it. We made this hard rock, butt rock commercial for them, and that's the end result there.
Yeah, man, it is amazing. And so I'm suggesting you take this song, you cater it to every fucking team imaginable, same melody and shit, and fucking
just plug in their team names. That is
just
a brilliant idea.
Just work it, dude. Do it for fucking any Major League Baseball team. Just try to get somebody to take that shit. Somebody will. It is badass, dude.
Thanks, man. I'm glad to know that I put together a treasure.
I played it for a lot of people, and everybody's like, "That is awesome!"
Everybody turns into Smeagol.
Yeah, everybody's like, "We hate it." No, we loves it.
Come on now, Stonehenge. Stonehenge.
So today I did something that I guess is commonplace for me. I used Facebook to be passive aggressive because that seems to be all I ever do on Facebook anymore is to very vaguely toss out criticisms of shit.
Wait, let me interrupt, please, because you're like so humble about it, but it's like. It's the internet. You're like, I vaguely actually you're totally posting some shit to the goddamn world. To the internet. You know what I mean? It's like it is definitely passive aggressive, but it's pretty straightforward.
That is true. But I don't know, man. Like I was telling Brandon, we were talking about this earlier. When it comes to stuff that is really awesome that happens with me, like all my deepest thoughts on something, then my closest friends and my girlfriend and those who I'm closest with, they're gonna know what's going on because they give a fuck and they're involved in my life. I don't have to make, I guess, signs to put on there, but I typically end up just making fun of shit.
Basically, your Facebook is just an extension of the show.
Yeah, it really has become that. But I can't laugh because I hate typing ha.
Yeah, and I will type the fuck out of ha.
Dude, I will type ha so motherfucking
LOL,
much.
LOL, la 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 ha ha
La 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 la.
Checka ha
It starts to sound like a goat.
It sounds like kind of weird animal on like Mars that you would hunt. Hear that? Goddamn space creature.
Yeah. Y'all gotta be quiet, man. There's critters living up here. It's like an Arabic goat that can fly over your head.
Oh, okay. Wait. All right. So,
and something else that I can remember ragging on someone about, which was today, actually, which is what spawned the idea in our heads to talk about this.
We talked about this for like 30 minutes before we did the show.
Yeah, but I made a post and there was nothing malicious in it really. It was just basically, and I guess to sum it up, the post that I put up today said band advice. The sooner that you stop playing pubs and bars with two people watching you and posting about how big your tours are, the sooner you can spend that time writing better music, thus enabling you to get a better tour. And I was like, someone told me this, at the tail end of my career, and I wish I would have heard it sooner because it's totally fucking true.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. I mean, I harken back to the days of, I'd like to hang out this weekend, but I mean, we're leaving Friday morning, playing in Winston, then Greensboro Saturday, Raleigh Sunday, and I probably won't be back till maybe 4 or 5 a.m. Sunday.
Yeah.
It's
a big tour. It's a big
tour. We're doing a tour.
Yeah, we're playing a couple community centers, and there's this one Legion Hall where they rented a PA from this local music store.
The third night's at a bar though, so that might be cool.
Yeah, that one should be pretty cool. But we're all 19, so we can't do anything.
When it sucked was when you were playing to 4 people, and you're you're 26.
Yeah.
Just damn, man, we just put out 3 records. Damn.
Dude, if we're gonna roll this into, I guess, a talk about bad shows.
No, well, we can actually.
We might as well. I mean, because that's kind of what my post was about. Instead of riding around, I can summarize it by saying my intentions of my point were to say, instead of riding around the country playing bullshit, stupid ass shows, go home and write some shit that's good enough to where these big bands want to fucking play with you.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do these days, more now so than ever. Now you can just fucking record something in your fucking bedroom and put it on SoundCloud, and suddenly everybody hears what you're capable of. You know what I mean? But we played a show one time at a house party.
House party!
And this kid, Shane, had followed our band around for a couple days.
Oh, God, I'm glad you're telling the Shane story.
This guy, Shane, who we ran into at some show, decided he was going to follow us around. His band was going to follow us around for a couple days.
Yeah, we never met these guys. They were at a show that we were playing pretty far from their home, I believe.
Yeah, it was. We had no clue who they were, and they were just, oh my God, we're so excited to see you guys, blah, blah, blah. Which is flattering, but it quickly got kind of weird.
When they started following.
Yeah, when they started following us to different cities that were 5 hours away from each other. But then we're coming through after that run, I guess. That's where we got to know them. And we had a show cancel on us, and we were going up through Dayton, Ohio, which is where he lived.
Dayton, Ohio.
And he said, I can get you on this show if you guys can be here. I remember we got in some kind of traffic jam on the way to this show or something like that, some kind of difficulty. And when we get there is literally our time to go on. Yeah. So as we park, we're getting out, grabbing gear, putting it on the stage. I'm speed setting up my drum set while unpacking it and going straight inside.
Which is the worst fucking way to perform ever. Is to get there in a hurry and immediately load your shit on the stage and play in front of people, because there's nothing worse than that, man. Ideally you get your shit in the venue, you hang out for at least hour and an hour and a half before you play, if not longer,
because you have to chill and unwind and take in the vibe of the place, all that, because it all affects your performance. Basically
you gotta do warm-ups and smoke weed.
Yeah, that's what I meant by taking the vibe of the place.
Yeah. Or in my case, smoke weed, then do warm-ups. That way I'm not so fucked up when I step out there.
Yeah. But, so we go straight from the van onto the stage. We play. The show was not very memorable. I don't even know what came of it.
I don't even remember what you're talking about. So
yeah, it was a show. It was a show in a little venue, man, and we got there and played. That's how we ended up staying at his house, because it was his hometown, and it was after they had followed us around for a little bit.
What did it look like?
It's like a dive spot that kind of looked like Orange Street Tavern in Ohio.
God, and that was a fucking
that's
club.
In Ohio too.
Yeah, that club.
Where's it? Canton
caused many of arguments.
Yeah. But it looked kind of similar to that. It was like that kind of spot.
Was anybody there?
That one had a decent turnout, but I mean, it certainly wasn't for us, obviously. After this show is when we go to stay at Shane's house, and Shane and his brother live in this house. And it's a pretty nice spot. Got a lot of land or whatever. They have a basement, and he was like, you guys should stick around here because tomorrow we're going to have a huge house party, and your band needs to play. It'd be
we were
huge.
like, all right.
Yeah, he was like, it'd be huge exposure for you guys. So
Might I add? I'm sorry.
I'll go ahead.
Before the house party goes down, Todd teaches me how to properly swing a golf club.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Dude, and I didn't do that bad. I was really happy because you seemed kind of proud of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
Look at that baby sail.
I was like, look at that, I got it. I got this.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I also remember I was doing ninja stuff with a stick that I got, and
yeah.
I'd throw a Coke can up in the air and just chop at it with a stick and be like,
Yeah, for like a good hour.
and then I had to sight, then hit something with a stick. Sight, yeah. He tells us that he's having that house party, so we're like, all right, man, we'll stay and hang out. We're playing this house party. And we're playing, and there's maybe 8 people that are in this basement wanting to watch us play. Jordan, our guitarist, is completely fucking hammered.
It's his birthday.
Yeah, it's his birthday, and he is shit-housed.
I mean, look, so wasted that during this quote-unquote set, he leans on his amp and knocks the head off of his fucking cabinet.
Yeah.
Just leaning on it because he's so fucked up. Jordan belted out something really fucking hilarious and offensive that we're not going to repeat on the show just because we love Jordan. And it wasn't racist, for the record. It was just really fucking crazy and outrageous.
Yeah, it was a too soon kind of joke.
Yeah, and it's still too soon.
Yeah, so... yeah, but he did that, which added. I don't think the funny thing is though is that nobody at that show noticed what he had just said.
No,
we were the only ones who picked up on it, and we were like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god!"
Yeah. I mean, I remember looking at you just laugh and looking at you what?
So
and just looking at Jordan and laughing. I mean, dude. That was one for the fucking books, man.
But I think this was the shittiest show. It was one of 2 that stand out specifically to me of shittiest shows I ever played with you guys. I have 3, but after this it all happened, I mean, slowly but surely, every person that is in the room, all 8 of them, one by one, just kind of start to find their way out of the basement.
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted you to explain. Okay,
Yeah.
So we start the set, we kick off the fucking set. I don't remember what we're playing. We don't get 2 songs in?
Yeah,
maybe?
something like that.
Okay, all right. So yeah, we get 2 songs in, and by the time we start the second song, one by one, just like you said, seriously, one by one, people start backing up, acting like they're paying attention to us, and then slowly walking up the stairs and out.
It was so humiliating. It works its way down to one person to where we are in this room. Here we are, a signed touring band playing in this basement for one person, the sole person that was left that gave a fuck what we were doing. And then sure enough, she starts walking backwards up the basement steps while watching us all the way up to the top until it is suddenly just us, just our band, far less, playing in the basement. And I was just like, fuck this. So we all just stopped and took our shit outside and started getting drunk and talking shit to everybody.
Yeah, we didn't even try to have fun with anybody that was there at that point.
We just made fun of them because they were way more drunk than we were.
Yeah.
So we just got people to do a bunch of embarrassing shit for the rest of the night. And then the band that everybody did give a fuck about, this is the funny part. They were a local cover band that got in there and started playing Love Shack and Counting Crows and shit.
Oh, I forgot all about.
And everybody was like, yeah, these guys are from around here. They're local. They're great. And it was like, they're not even playing their own fucking music. We can do that easily.
Yeah, I mean, give us a chance. We will rock the fucking hell out of Love Shack, dude. Any day of the week.
Yeah, we'll fucking murder Love Shack.
I'll get it, 'cause I'm not
And yes, that is 2 episodes in a row of the Stonedhenge show that we were able to mention Love Shack in some
Yeah.
shape or form in consecutive episodes.
Beat that.
It's a talent.
Shit. That's one. Actually, I'll tell a quick one, and then I'd kind of like to just touch a little bit on maybe the Facebook message itself. But this was actually a post Todd. This was like the fucking. This was the end of fucking the Far Less, pretty much. Like we were sitting outside of this venue in Blacksburg, dude. It was a new venue, and it like looked nice, and it had kind of decent sound, so it was like kind of exciting. Like, oh shit, there's like a cool fucking venue here in Blacksburg. It's like roomy and has like a stage. It's raining, dude, and no shit, dude. We were lucky if there were 10 people in there.
What city was this?
Dude, in Blacksburg.
It got to the point to where even in your hometown areas, it was shitty.
Dude, yeah, I mean, like, you were in the band, you remember Blacksburg shows. I mean, like, the venues weren't, like, really awesome or anything, but the shows were off the chain. There were tons of people there. Everybody was throwing down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got to the point where, like, it was just, like, us and, like, this room, and there were, like, 10 people there.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That's when you know you're at the end.
That was pretty fucking shitty. So yeah. So I mean, we've all been there, but like we've also both played on like tours that were like totally awesome and were actual tours where your band is following bands on like big buses and shit.
Yeah, it was the last tour that I got to do where I got picked up by Code 7 to go out with some of those guys. That was the one that I was like, okay, if nothing else happens, I'm okay that I can end it like this, you know?
Yeah.
To finally know what a real tour was like, to where you're catered to and you're taken care of. It was pretty crazy. It was hard to get used to.
The Amberlin tour and the 10 Years tour were kind of like that. Dude, the Amberlin tour, man, we were playing in front of like some nights, like 1,000 people and shit, and which was crazy because it was them. You know what I mean? I didn't know anybody fucking knew who that band was.
Yeah, they're still alive and kicking, man.
Yeah, they totally are.
That's kind of crazy because it's kind of weird to think that we're already past 5 years since Toast came out, which I guess was the last leg of Far Less. And now, you know, I found out the other day that Emery is still out and about doing stuff because Joel Collins, the guy who booked shows at the local venue here in Greensboro at Green Street Club, he said that Emery hit him up trying to get a reserved spot for a tour that they're doing.
Wow, man. But props to him for figuring it out, I guess.
Yeah, some of those Tooth and Nail cats are still holding on.
Are they still on Tooth and Nail?
I don't know. That's a good question. That would be worth looking into.
Well, I mean, good for them. I guess they managed to figure out this whatever the secret is.
But what was your take on what I posted today?
Having like awkward conversations and interactions and shit on Facebook is it's a really interesting thing because it's just text on screen. All right. So anyways, I thought it was fucking hilarious for one. I didn't think anything other than, oh my God, I totally know what you're talking about. And there's so many like young motherfuckers out there just do the same fucking stupid shit we did.
But see, and to make it fair, I guess I made fun of myself as well by making that post, you know?
Oh, sure.
It's like saying I did that shit, but I didn't have anyone to tell me it was a waste of time. I'm just trying to help here.
Yeah. People start replying like, haha, yeah, like, you know, community centers and shit. If you can't count community centers, then I never went on tour, you know, just like funny shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, and then I mentioned how it's like thinking about it kind of makes me hate bands. And it kind of makes me a little bit of embarrassed because, oh God, I did that too. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
I mean, obviously it's funny, you know, and when we paid our dues and all that shit, but it's like still like, embarrassing. The moment when you're playing in front of nobody is embarrassing, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and you can, and in the digital era, you can totally avoid this embarrassment by simply just channeling that energy into making really fucking awesome music. Because I'll tell you guys this in brief, and I won't drag this out, but I think it was the most valuable advice I ever got in my entire life. We were playing a show in New York City or in Brooklyn with Far Less, and we were touring. We played this show with Telescreen, which was a band that was made up of the guys in Code 7 and Jared, the singer of Classic Case, and He Is Legend. So it was a cool lineup. We were out with our buddies, and we're playing at this awesome ass venue. But we play another show on that tour where it seemed as though nobody gave a fuck about us. But we knew that we had a fucking cool record, and I can say that in all humility. But we knew we had something good enough to at least make it to where we could play music for a living. But I'm complaining to the bouncer out front about this, and I'm just sitting out there smoking a cigarette talking to this guy about it. And he says, "Look, I'm going to stop you right there." He said, "You're not good enough." And I said, "What do you mean, man? You've never even heard us." And he goes, "You're not good enough." And I said, "How do you know that?" He said, "Because if you're good enough, people can't help but like you." And he's like, "So what I recommend to you is that you quit walking around out here bitching about how nobody gives a fuck about you and go find a way to where they can't resist you." And I was like, holy shit, that's the realest thing anyone's ever said to me. And thank you for saying that. And that's all I was trying to say about that post, man. It's something that I've tried to keep in my mind instead of going around seemingly on bended knee all the time. Hey, like this, like what we do here. Please love this song that we busted our ass on putting together for you. It turns into, when you have it right. You don't have to knock on people's doors because they hear it and can't fucking turn it away.
No, that's totally true. And that's what I gathered from the post.
This man is a goddamn genius.
Thank you guys very much for checking us out on the 13th episode of the Stonedhenge Show podcast. As always, please, please, please be sure to check us out on Facebook.com/Stonedhenge Show, StonehengeShow.com. On Twitter, I'm at Todd Tannick. Brandon is at Saint Dopium. You can also check out his blog at BrandonWelch.com.
So thank you for tuning in to episode 13 of the Stonedhenge podcast. Please fucking hit us up on Facebook. Let's have some conversations about what the next show is going to be about, shall we? As always, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Todd.
And fuck you.
Fuckers.
Stonedhenge, baby.